Welcome back to the Coke Classic. We are inside the beautiful Grizzly Arena. I'm Buzz Sawyer alongside my broadcast partner, Michael Beaumont, our AD. Wears a lot of different hats. Broadcaster.
I'm glad you asked me to be a part of this today.
I always appreciate you being a part of it. Third game of the night, the Grizzlies and the Warriors. We're going to have the national anthem, I assume, before this game.
Yes,
it has
sir.
not been played yet, but I will assume, since the Grizzlies are the host team, that we're going to have that. And then we'll have the starting lineups. Boy, it's been two great games so far tonight.
Two really good games.
North Little Rock wins 59-56 in the opener, one overtime. Bryant got beat by Springdale Harbor 45-41, second game of the night. So hopefully the Grizzlies can get a win here. If they do, they'll face North Little Rock. Southside and Sylvan Hills will wrap it up tonight. If Southside wins, they'll face Harbor. So, seriously, come down here. Like you said, pay the $5. Get all this basketball, all this entertainment.
Right.
But you got some big-time basketball here right now.
And, Buzz, that's not $5 a game. That's $5
for the whole
a
thing.
day. 4 games.
You cannot beat that.
$1.25 a game. Where else are you going to get entertainment like that?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Northside Arena, the host of the 2022 Coca-Cola Christmas Classic. This game will feature the Northside Grizzlies and the Little Rock Hall High Warriors. At this time, we'll ask that you please rise and remove your hats from your head as we honor the United States of America with the playing of our national anthem.
Starting lineups now. Little Rock Hall.
I haven't seen Little Rock Hall play this year. Don't know too much about them.
No, I think they're 4-10 so far on the year. They're going to introduce the Hall Warriors first. Again, I don't know much about them, but we'll find out pretty quick.
Yeah, their record this year doesn't speak a lot of their success, but you and I both know Little Rock Hall has had lots of success historically. Carla, you know Kayla? You know Kayla?
Grizzlies come in at 6-5. Hall 4-10. You know, they're going to be athletic. You know that.
Right.
Up front. Northside definitely athletic. Some of the football guys, Poon Savoy, who will start tonight, they've had plenty of time now to work that football rust off, try to get in basketball shape. The Grizzlies will win the tip, so they'll control it first. Inside, that's the way you like to see him get started with Marco Smith. Marco, just a sophomore, 6'7". Not only is he a force inside, but guys, he can shoot.
Yes, he can.
Grizzlies in a man D.
You talked about that defense.
Yep. Shot missed. D-Bug comes up with the rebound. Poon all the way across the floor. That's Luke. Shepard, three-pointer. Looks good from here, and it is. That is one impressive young man. Derek Shepard, just a sophomore. Watched him play last year as a ninth grader. He has senior presence even as a young man.
Right.
He is going to be a stud for years to come for these Grizzlies. And he'll get in there and fight for it. Yeah, he's 5'9". Doesn't look that tall. I don't know whether it's. I don't think he's that tall. You know, I think they're giving him a little bit of a. Just a little bit of a height advantage there, but he will go in and fight with the big boys. Marco with a good job disrupting that pass. Had a guy open underneath. And the shot clock runs out. And I don't know if there's anything that frustrates a coach more than a shot clock running out.
You know, but then on the flip side of that, you see Coach Burnett really excited about his defense.
Well, that's right.
There.
Exactly right.
We talked about it in the last game, the changing up of the defenses. Now Hall's in a zone.
Marco drives the lane, puts the soft jumper up. 4 points in 2 minutes and 10 seconds for Marco.
Well, with Marco and D-Bug, you're going to try to find the ball inside if you can. You find a way. There's another violation.
A lot of half-court pressure by the Grizzlies early. Tonight's referees are Sean Lane, Mike Van Jr., and Eric Carlson. We like to brag on the referees when they do such a good job.
Yes, they do.
There's a three-pointer from Marco on the way. A little strong. D-Bug with the 50-50 ball. That's what Coach Burnett likes to see, is get those putbacks and make them count. Three-pointer is good.
Wow.
That's Landon Hill. So Hall on the board now. Timeout on the floor.
You know, you were talking about what Coach Burnett wants to see when you have a defensive rebound, when you're crashing the boards like that. That's just effort. And so I know that he was excited to see that a couple of times already. D-Bug with a good offensive rebound, I think, and scored. So you would hope they keep the pressure like that up all day.
Yeah, I think it's, you know, when you get to the end of a ball game and you look back and you see how well you did at the free throw line or how well you did on your offensive rebounds and those putbacks, that usually says a lot about whether you won or lost that contest.
Change.
All right, Poon Savoy will inbound. That's Shepard. Shepard back out to Luke. Luke with the three-pointer, no good. Hall gets the rebound, and they will push the floor. Down 6 points.
Savoy with the steal.
D-Bug with a steal. Passes to Luke. Luke with the left-hander off the glass and good. First 2 points for Luke tonight. Luke is dangerous anywhere on the floor. Once he crosses half court, he is in range.
No question that kid can shoot.
Good job by Hall to be able to maintain control of that.
Several Grizzlies in on the play right there, just couldn't get a hold of the basketball.
Shepard, three-pointer's good.
Wow. I'm not sure if Shepard's old enough to drive a car, and this kid is shooting lights out.
And I've talked to people that have watched him play.
Right.
I mean, at a young age. Shot off the glass is no good. That's Cunningham with the miss. But they said that, he's been that long-range shooter for as long as they can remember. The problem that you have with him, if you push out on him, he just goes around you.
That's right. And I watched him play in middle school my first couple of years here, and the knock was, well, he's too small, but he's quick. He can shoot, but he's just too small. Well, now he's playing 7A basketball, and he seems to be fitting in okay.
And he did it last year as a freshman.
No question.
Savoy with a miss. Hall with the rebound. There'll be a foul on the floor. That may go against Luke. I didn't see. I'm not 100% sure who they called the foul on.
Savoy, I think 12.
Full court pressure by the Bears. You see Coach Burnett do this usually in the second half in a have-to situation, but he's starting out a lot more aggressive than what he normally does. Pass inside, the shot's no good. Savoy with the rebound. Now Savoy will push. Behind his back. Looked for someone to pass to, got hung on his hip and walked with the basketball. Piece of equipment. It's a knee brace from Derek Shepard. He's having to put it back on.
Got me a souvenir from young Shepard right there.
Hope that doesn't affect his three-point shooting.
It has to be a gale force wind, I think, that might be able to affect his shooting. Other than that, that kid can go.
Yeah, I think if you get him just a second to allow for it, he probably could make that.
Yep. A little violation there.
Now Poom will go under the basket and inbound, up by 9 points. 3:10 left in the first quarter. So far, Little Rock Hall looks just a little bit outmatched. Kind of overwhelmed by all the talent that Northside has. And that's a young man that I love to watch play. Good to see him back. I know he's had a little bit of some issues. Got cleared to play. It's Javion Smith. He's a senior, 6'3", can jump out of the gym.
Good to see him back.
It is great to see him back. Marco Smith makes his first free throw.
And you're right, Javion. Boy, he's athletic, isn't he?
He really is. Second free throw's good. Full court pressure again. Well, they'll back off a little bit. Nope, they won't. And Hall will get it across the timeline. Shot is blocked by D-Bug. That was Roderick Blackman that took the shot, and D-Bug knocked it out of bounds. D-Bug is Denarian Whitmore. Senior, 6'5", forward.
Glad to see Whitmore back in a Grizzly uniform this year.
Yeah, well, I am too. Lost him Last year went to Texas.
Right.
But it's good to see him back. The left-handed layup is good. That's Rahman, 4 points on the night. Grizzlies the home team. Little Rock Hall the visitors. JV back out to Shepard. Shepard for three on the way. You can count it.
Wow.
That knee brace has not having the knee brace on has not affected him at all. So he's 3 for 3 from three-point range. Has not shot anything but threes.
Now he causes a steal.
Back into Marco. Marco for the dunk. Surprised Hall didn't call the timeout.
I did too.
They are definitely being overwhelmed by these Grizzlies. That full court pressure is hurting them. Marco Smith with another dunk.
There'll be a timeout now, I can promise you.
You're right. They'll take a timeout with 1:46 left. First quarter, Bears up 23-7. We'll take a break and come back with more of the Coke Classic after this.
Hey, Chief, which weighs more, meatloaf or steak?
Steak.
Ham or turkey?
Ham.
Mac and cheese or cookies?
Mac and cheese easily. Let's go weigh him and find out.
Okay. Pound of carrot cake or a pound of ice cream?
Nice try, rookie.
I almost had you.
Not even close.
All right, the Bears up 23-7. 1:46 left in the first quarter. It's been just an offensive show when they have the ball, been a defensive show when they don't have the ball.
Exactly, Buzz.
They have been extremely effective in every phase. You know, Hall does a pretty good job moving the basketball, but when they finally get what they think is an open look, the Grizzlies are so quick to close on it. It's got to be frustrating, and you're working underneath against Marco Smith, Javion. Now, R.J. Lester's in the ball game. R.J., who has committed to play at Oklahoma State, defensive back. You talk about an athlete. Marco a little bit strong with that shot underneath. Hall will come out of there with the rebound. Three-pointers on the way, no good. Luke Young with the rebound. Inside to Marco. Marco will fade away. One-hander's no good. RJ gets the rebound. And I'll tell you the thing about RJ, he's so strong. He gets inside. You see him smiling right now. He just has a good time roughing it up.
Yeah, he's one of those kids.
Comfortable with it.
He's one of those kids that he's not going to shy away from any contact.
No. First free throw's good.
Glad to see him have an opportunity to go and play at the next level. Be close enough for our fans to have a chance to go and see him in Stillwater.
Yeah, and he will be a good player for Oklahoma State.
I'm hoping he can talk to Coach Gundy, see if he can get Coach to shave that mullet. That would be nice to see him get rid of that.
All right, RJ makes his second free throw. RJ is Robert Lester, but we call him RJ. Nice drive. Nice shot. That was Jason McNary. Well, McNary will go to the line. Try to complete this three-point play. 25-9. And we're under a minute now. First quarter. Thank you for joining the Grizzly Sports Network to watch this Coke Classic. Free throw is no good. RJ with the rebound. A little pressure here from the Warriors. Javion will break it himself. Kicks it out to Luke. Luke's three-pointer, no good. Shepard, he's going to take the NBA three. It's nothing but net. 4 for 4 is Derek Shepard. Did you doubt that one when you saw it leave his hands? We had such a great vantage point.
I couldn't get a look at it. When he shot, he was right in front of me. He was all the way out here at the scores table when he shot. He almost ran into me when he must.
I don't know. He came over and handed you his brace.
That's right.
Well,
I like
on
that
the show
kid.
on for you. All right, 4.4 seconds. So the Grizzlies will have to hurry down the floor to end this first quarter.
And Buzz, as the quarter's coming to an end, and I know you do just as much basketball as you do football, you're going to be more happy that your team has scored 28 points in a quarter, or are you going to be even happy that you only gave up 9 points in a quarter?
I guess that is, I don't know, 50-50.
Yeah.
I like the offense, but you got to have the defense. The Hall will take the last shot. 28-9 is our score at the end of one. We're going to take a timeout, come back with the start of the second quarter after this short break.
You're in business to do business, not paperwork. That's where the skills of Potts & Company certified public accountants can help you succeed. Trust the experienced professionals of Potts & Company for tax preparation, bookkeeping, and other business services. Using QuickBooks for your operations? They're QuickBooks experts. The Potts & Company team can help you establish, organize, and optimize your QuickBooks for utmost effectiveness. Visit pottscpa.com to learn more.
Sawyer's is about more than sunrooms, patios, and home improvement. For over 30 years, we've been about people, about our community, about you. We make quality products affordable so you can focus on making memories with those who matter most. We bring our passion for great craftsmanship and take pride in the work we do so you can count on it lasting a lifetime. Give us a call today and see the difference we can make for you.
All right, the Bears off to a great start, 28-9. Like Coach Beaumont said, what are you happier with, the offense or the defense? Well, you got to be happy with both, but you got a young man that scored 12 points in the first quarter, hadn't missed a shot yet, 4 from 4 from three-point range. Can he keep that pace up? Try to hit D-Bug underneath. It has to be really frustrating to Little Rock Hall to have that pressure defense, full court presses to start with, and the intensity that Northside's playing with on that end of the court, but then to have a guy like Derek Shepard that's throwing it up from, 40 feet.
Yeah.
And making everything.
I can only feel how frustrated they are. They get a stop down inside and they just kick it out.
Yeah.
To him, and he nails it.
That, or if you can find Marco underneath for a couple of dunks in a row. Makes coaching a lot more fun. I know that. Makes broadcasting a lot of fun, too. And people that don't think that it affects broadcasters don't know. They really don't. I'm telling you, if you're from that team and you have to endure a loss, it affects those guys like me just like it does a player.
I can hear it in your voice when the Grizzlies don't win. It hurts. It breaks your heart.
Yeah, especially when you know how hard
the defensive play. Wow.
Great job by R.J. Lester with the assist to Javion Smith.
Full timeout.
We've got a full timeout on the floor. Let's take one with them.
Yes, sir.
Get some of our sponsors some airtime, and we'll be back after this.
Northside High School invites you to help pave the way in the Legacy Walk. All former or current students, players, friends, families, faculty, administration, community leaders, and businesses are invited to become a permanent part of its campus. Have your own personalization engraved on a 4x8 brick to be installed in front of the new arena. Honor a loved one, a teacher, a coach, your graduating class, or even advertise an organization or business. Support Northside and become a part of the campus for years to come. Stop by the Grizzly Gear Shop and order yours today.
This is Northside head football coach, Coach Felix Curry. I call 782-8940. That's 782-8940. This is Northside head basketball coach Eric Burnett. I call 782-8940. That's 782-8940.
Football in fall, what a great time of the year. It's also a great time to take advantage of York Factory rebates on high-efficiency HVAC products. Give us a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
All right, we just ended the second quarter. Grizzlies up by 21. Little Rock Hall going to get a little break here. No full court pressure from the Bears. R.J. Lester, Denarian Whitmore, Derek Shepard, Luke Young, Javion Smith. Those are your 5 players for Northside on the floor right now.
Got a little zone look right now.
Yeah. Switched up a little bit. Pass underneath. That was Rahman. Rahman, who is the high point man, gets fouled. He has 4 points. He'll go to the line. So just into the second quarter, the Bears have 4 team fouls. Hall has 3. First free throw is no good. And you talk about the rich history of Little Rock Hall. Basketball, you go back to Bobby Portis, who played in this tournament, was an MVP. Second free throw is good. Big time names. I mean, talking about Jalen Williams was an MVP. Trey Norwood was on an all-tournament team back in 15. Barry Lunny Jr., probably one of the best athletes ever to come out of Southside. Not just as a football player, but I think he was a 3-time MVP. Wow. I'm going to look and see. RJ drive, puts it up, no good.
What, did we get a travel there? Looks like Northside is going to stay in the zone. Yeah, and that's what
a tough job for Xavier Simpson, coach, to try to navigate all that pressure. And D-Bug, what a great job he's doing, being able to be defensive like that without fouling. That's an art.
And I like that, too, because you know you're going to see teams that want to go at him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Three-pointer on the way has not touched the rim yet. But I do think I may have made a mistake. One of those threes, I believe they said was a 2.
Okay.
But he hasn't missed yet. 5 for 5. Three-pointer from McNeary is no good. In fact, it was an air ball. Goes out of bounds. RJ checks out. Poon checks in. Shepard checks out. Marco checks back in.
I wouldn't want to sit next to Shepard. I'm afraid I get burnt. The kid is on fire over there.
Hey, what's worse, having Marco dunk on you or Derek hit that 3 on you?
Yeah, when they put your picture on a poster with somebody dunking on you like that, that kind of hurts your feelings right there.
Luke Young gets his own rebound. Now D-Bug. A little bit behind Poon there. McNeary for 3. Bounces around, won't go. Ball is saved by Poon Savoy. 4:42 left in the first half. What a nice move. Nice assist from Poon Savoy to Luke Young.
Did you notice the way when Luke went up, kind of used his body to shield the defender from him so get that shot off?
Yeah, and the way that Poon went in, took it around his back, and then it's just, what talent. Two-sport athlete.
May have a little injury right here.
Yeah, that's McNeary.
Yeah.
He'll go to the bench.
And you know, Buzz, when you're up 25, still not halftime yet. I would think as a fan, as a coach, you want to see your team be real efficient. You're getting a chance to run some defenses you may not always run. So this is good to see the Grizzly doing some different things.
It is, and hopefully you can maintain this.
That's right.
Get into the third quarter pretty deep and get a lot of kids some playing time. Shot off the glass, no good. Little Rock Hall with the rebound.
Whitmore's got to finish that.
Air ball, Luke Young with the rebound. He'll dish it off. Javion Smith. D-Bug inside the Poon. Poon shot is blocked. That was Landon Hill from Little Rock Hall that blocked Poon's shot.
And Hall hasn't scored, but you're right. They're an athletic team.
Yeah, they are an athletic team, but Northside has just done a great job denying everything from tonight. Luke's shot was no good, but he's fouled, so he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Foul charge number 23 in Little Rock Hall. Jason Slaughter is first. 14 foul.
Like to see Coach Burnett keep these guys in the next 3 minutes and 26 seconds. But then hopefully in the second half, we see a lot of kids that get a chance to get some experience in there.
I was wrong about Barry Lunny Jr., but he was an MVP one of the 3 years that he played in it and was on the all-tournament team the other 2.
Wow.
So,
yeah,
he was a player.
Oh, nice rebound and look.
Luke's shot is good. He'll draw a foul.
What a good look by Whitmore right there to dish that off to Luke right there.
23 of Little Rock Hall. James Slaughter is second. 15 foul for the Warriors.
Yeah, he gets that three-pointer to go. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. They find the shot,
right,
but then can't convert it because there's too much pressure, too much traffic underneath. Nice move by D-Bug. D-Bug's shot is no good as he goes to the floor. Luke goes to the floor. D-Bug will get up and go to the line. He'll have 2 free throws coming.
Jason Slaughter is third. 16 foul for the Warriors. Number 6.
You know, you're always looking for ways to improve. One of the things that I just now noticed, and it's sad being the director of athletics with these brand new arenas, but when a kid hits the floor, I've got to order those little mop things to have out there so we can get it all cleaned up. I'm going to do that Monday.
What do we have? We're just using towels right now?
Yeah, I want to get that corrected. I'll see if I can get one made with a Grizzly on it for this side of town. And now Coach Burnett will probably want his face on the on his, but I have to work on that.
I think you ought to do that.
Oh, good D.
Now in the game for the Grizzlies, number 2, Javion.
Well, we're in the third game of 4 for today. We'll have 4 more tomorrow, then 4 more on Friday. So if you don't have anything to do, don't turn on the TV. Get over here. Watch this.
Some good teams to watch. Some good basketball.
Yeah, we appreciate you tuning in to the Grizzly Sports Network. There is a difference from watching it on TV or actually seeing it in person. You can't get a bad seat in this arena or the Maverick Arena.
It is a blessing about this venue. There's really not a bad seat in the whole place.
No. Bears up by 30 with just under 2 minutes now in the first half. Derek Shepard with the steal. He'll dish it off. RJ, and RJ wanted the dunk, and I'll tell you this. If he'd have gotten the dunk, he'd give you the most muscular look. And he'd do it. He'd get right over to whoever was guarding him and let him know, you just got dunked on.
Now, basketball, that doesn't fit so well, but when I see that kid in an orange and black uniform next year, I want to see him do that after a pick.
Oh, yeah. Or after a big sack.
That's right.
Yeah, you see a quarterback come off the edge for a sack, and he has the quickness too. It's hard he breaks down so well, it's hard to change positions on him. He does a good job containing anybody with speed. Yeah, he's a great athlete. Wish we had him for another year. I remember seeing him as a freshman against Little Rock Southwest. He gets 2 picks. I'm like, who is this guy? One was a one-handed pick, and I'm like, this guy's a freak.
Isn't that fun, knowing the role that you have? You get to see these kids grow and improve, and then now you're going to watch them play on Saturdays.
We've got some special ones coming up. Yeah. Cam Massey,
yes,
he's a real special athlete. Ezra Phillips, shot there by Xavier Simpson, his first 2 of the night. McLean Moody, 2-sport athlete. Walked a little bit there, Marco.
You know, that's the good thing about what the program is going from Coach Fallour to now to Coach Curry. We're seeing a steady climb of getting better and better and better. And I think the kids that are coming up this next year, I think Northside's going to have a chance to be something special.
Yeah, I think they will. Looking forward to it. A lot of times we talk about the skill athletes, but you got guys like Mason Medlock.
That's right.
You talk about a talented young man. That kid is also in the band. He does a great job in the classroom. Does a great job on the football field, but he is one of the most comfortable people with a headset on and a camera on him. He's like you, Coach. That's when he's at his best. I told him, I said, you got a future doing this. I mean, he's amazing.
Well, you know, when we were doing the Tournament of Champions, you had Coach Warlick here, and we were talking about what do you want to see out of them.
Yeah.
And, you know, when they do multiple things off the field or off the court, they're involved in activities, in clubs, and they're part of different things to make them so well-rounded. Those are the kind of kids you want playing for you at the next level.
Well, there's a 2-sport athlete right there, Kai Perkins, with his first 2. And Kai, I think he committed, was it Tulsa?
I think so.
That's where he'll be playing football next year. 3-pointer, actually right at the end of the second quarter. It's no good. Bears up 30, 42-12. They'll go to the locker room.
Good half.
Try to figure out what to keep up and what to do without. We'll take a break and come back with some halftime stats after this.
For the consumer, I think it's maybe one of the best times in history, at least in my experience, it's the best time that I've seen. The pre-owned business is definitely changing. Probably the best time as far as ease that we've seen in the car business. Transaction between the salesman and the customer is so much easier. The coolest thing about our pre-owned stores to me is hearing what they say about going there. Come see us at Clay Maxey Premium Pre-Owned in Fort Smith and in Tawnytown.
810 Billiards and Bowling, but it's more than billiards and more than bowling. 810 Billiards and Bowling. It's an amazing combination of games, arcade, restaurant, sports bar, and night spot, all under one roof. And coming soon to Fort Smith, 5609 Rogers Avenue across from Randall Ford. And stay tuned for more updates on their grand opening. Visit their Facebook page to enter their grand opening contest. Now taking holiday party reservations, visit 810bowling.com for the latest updates. 810 Billiards and Bowling.
Chief, which weighs more, meatloaf or steak?
Steak.
Ham or turkey?
Yeah.
Mac and cheese or cookies?
Mac and cheese easily. Let's go weigh him and find out.
Okay. Pound of carrot cake or a pound of ice cream?
Nice try, rookie.
I almost had you.
Not even close.
You're in business to do business, not paperwork. That's where the skills of Potts & Company certified public accountants can help you succeed. Trust the experienced professionals of Potts & Company for tax preparation, bookkeeping, and other business services. Using QuickBooks for your operations? They're QuickBooks experts. The Potts & Company team can help you establish, organize, and optimize your QuickBooks for utmost effectiveness. Visit pottscpa.com to learn more.
Sawyer's is about more than sunrooms, patios, and home improvement. For over 30 years, we've been about people, about our community, about you. We make quality products affordable so you can focus on making memories with those who matter most. We bring our passion for great craftsmanship and take pride in the work we do so you can count on it lasting a lifetime. Give us a call today and see the difference we can make for you.
Northside High School invites you to help pave the way in the Legacy Walk. All former or current students, players, friends, families, faculty, administration, community leaders, and businesses are invited to become a permanent part of its campus. Have your own personalization engraved on a 4x8 brick to be installed in front of the new arena. Honor a loved one, a teacher, a coach, your graduating class, or even advertise an organization or business. Support Northside and become a part of the campus for years to come. Stop by the Grizzly Gear Shop and order yours today.
This is Northside head football coach, Coach Felix Curry. I call 782-8940. That's 782-8940.
This is Northside head basketball coach, Eric Burnett. I call 782-8940. That's 782-8940.
Football and fall, what a great time of the year. It's also a great time to take advantage of York factory rebates on high-efficiency HVAC products. Give us a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
For the consumer, I think it's maybe one of the best times in history, at least in my experience, it's the best time that I've seen. The pre-owned business is definitely changing. Probably the best time as far as ease that we've seen in the car business. Transaction between the salesman and the customer is so much easier. The coolest thing about our pre-owned stores to me is hearing what they say about going there. Come see us at Clay Maxey Premium Pre-Owned in Fort Smith and in Tawnytown.
810 Billiards and Bowling, but it's more than billiards and more than bowling. 810 Billiards and Bowling. It's an amazing combination of games, arcade, restaurant, sports bar, and night spot, all under one roof. And coming soon to Fort Smith, 5609 Rogers Avenue across from Randall Ford. And stay tuned for more updates on their grand opening. Visit their Facebook page to enter their grand opening contest. Now taking holiday party reservations, visit 810bowling.com for the latest updates. 810 Billiards and Bowling.
Hey, Chief, which weighs more, meatloaf or steak?
Steak.
Ham or turkey?
Yeah.
Mac and cheese or cookies?
Mac and cheese easily. Let's go weigh him and find out.
Okay. Pound of carrot cake or a pound of ice cream?
Nice try, rookie.
I almost had you.
Not even close.
You're in business to do business, not paperwork. That's where the skills of Potts & Company certified public accountants can help you succeed. Trust the experienced professionals of Potts & Company for tax preparation, bookkeeping, and other business services. Using QuickBooks for your operations? They're QuickBooks experts. The Potts & Company team can help you establish, organize, and optimize your QuickBooks for utmost effectiveness. Visit pottscpa.com to learn more.
Sawyer's is about more than sunrooms, patios, and home improvement. For over 30 years, we've been about people, about our community, about you. We make quality products affordable so you can focus on making memories with those who matter most. We bring our passion for great craftsmanship and take pride in the work we do so you can count on it lasting a lifetime. Give us a call today and see the difference we can make for you.
Northside High School invites you to help pave the way in the Legacy Walk. All former or current students, players, friends, families, faculty, administration, community leaders, and businesses are invited to become a permanent part of its campus. Have your own personalization engraved on a 4x8 brick to be installed in front of the new arena. Honor a loved one, a teacher, a coach, your graduating class, or even advertise an organization or business. Support Northside and become a part of the campus for years to come. Stop by the Grizzly Gear Shop and order yours today.
All right, welcome back to the Coke Classic. 42-12 is the score. Bears up by 30. Been a great first half for the Grizzlies. Seems like everything they did offensively went well, especially when you got it in the hands of Derek Shepard, who I thought one of them may have been a two, but they were all threes. He's 5 for 5 from three-point range, so he has 15 points as the leading scorer for the Bears. 10 points for Marco Smith. 8 points for Luke Young, 3 points for D-Bug, 2 points for Kai Perkins. We are shooting 57.7% from the field. Three-point range, we're 55.6. We're 5 for 9 for three-point range, so everybody that has taken a shot has missed, with the exception of Derek Shepard. Free throws were 63.6. Little Rock Hall, and they are struggling. Jones is their high point man with 5, and it has been a struggle for them all night long. They're only shooting 26.3% from the field, 11% from three-point range, 33% from the free throw line. So, yeah, it's been a struggle for them. But that's what you look at those stats, and you can see why it's 42-12. We do appreciate you joining the Grizzly Sports Network. Don't leave us after this game. We got the Southside Mavericks coming up, playing Sylvan Hills. Both teams were out earlier warming up. Had Stuart Adams with a headset on earlier. He's the head coach for the Southside Mavericks. When the Harbor game was being played, that was against Bryant. So he knows if he wins, he's got to play Harbor, and they are a very talented basketball team. Didn't have their best player here for the tournament. He'll be back next week. The Grizzlies getting ready to start the second half, up 30. They have to get this one into the mercy rule as we get ready to start. All right, 16 minutes left.
Second half is now underway.
Missed opportunity there. Second chance shot is no good as D-Bug gets the rebound and kicks it out to Derek. Derek back to Luke. Now D-Bug set up the offense for the Bears. Underneath to Luke for the easy layup. So Luke now has 10 points on the night. Grizzlies back in the zone. Experimented in the first half, had some intense man-to-man, and they were also doing a lot of full court pressure.
Foul charge number 10, Northside, and Darian Whitmore, his first.
That foul will go against D-Bug. First team foul in the second half. Head fake. Shot put up, no good. That was McNary with the miss. Marco Smith with the easy 2. Marco Smith with 12 on the night. Steal by Derek Shepard. Derek pushes the floor. Dishes to D-Bug. I'm sorry, that was Poon Savoy. What a great job by Derek to have the visual of Poon Savoy running along to his right side. Gets him to the easy basket. First 2 points of the night. Well, I tell you what, Marco Smith can alter a shot. Three-pointer on the way is good. Derek Shepard, unreal. 6 for 6. I don't know who was more excited then, D-Bug or Derek Shepard. We were talking earlier about Marco Smith and how he can alter a shot, 6'7". And when Singleton went in to shoot, he had to shoot over the outstretched arms of Marco Smith. And really just no chance of making a shot when you have to do that. Well, while Coach Beaumont has checked back in, he's got his headset on. Shepard's hit another one. He's 6 for 6 from three-point range.
That's a great feeling whenever I get to come back to the table and I watch him hit another one when I'm coming back. I'm like, yes, that guy is unbelievable.
Amazing. So he will, Luke, Derek, D-Bug, Marco, Boom will sit down. Kai Perkins is in the ball game.
Well, we talked about that earlier. We were hoping that we get a chance to see these kids in.
Enoch Slater.
Oh, nice.
R.J. Lester. Alex Flake. Javion Smith still in the game. I think R.J. picked up a charge there.
I see that next to the scorers table, Matt Blaylock has made his way down to the floor. And when you were looking at tournament MVPs and all tournament teams from the Coke Classic in years past, I think I saw his name on there. I wasn't.
You didn't?
I didn't?
No.
I didn't? Okay.
No. Now, if we were talking about football,
it'd be different.
Yeah, he was all state, all world.
Yeah, I knew he was a pretty good football player.
Hey, at least they didn't tell him not to play basketball.
I got you, son. I got you. And then as we were talking about it, he has hands like a cat. Did you see him? He just came off the bench to make that play right there.
Well, that's why he sits there.
That's exactly why he's right there.
I'm impressed with you. Were you trying to save the equipment or the young man?
No, I knew exactly how much that equipment cost because I bought most of it, so I wanted to make sure that I could save all the equipment.
Yeah, it's high-dollar stuff. Oh, Kyle Perkins gets it back. Flake, shot on the way, short, no good.
I think we're going to get a foul. Number 2.
Foul on number 2 at Northside. Penalty on purpose is second. 14 foul charge on Grizzly. Foul charge number 23 of Little Rock Hall. Jason Slaughter is fifth. Personal foul. First team foul.
You got it?
All right, we have Matt Blaylock at this broadcast table with us.
Not really.
He feels comfortable. He's done this a few times.
Well, you know what's
this
great
is
about
nicer equipment than I have.
this is, and Buzz designed it that way on purpose. I said, hey, give Matt the good stuff for the football games. And he said, no, I'm going to keep that for me. And I'm like, well, he needs it. And he goes, no, he doesn't. So we just let it go from there. But, you know, Matt and his family historically, from what I have been learned or what I have learned in my short time in Fort Smith, has been such a big supporter of Northside athletics, the school system here itself. In fact, at all the free time, kind of like you, of running your own business, he also gives all this time to be on the school board. And so, Matt, when you get a chance to come into a venue like this, what does it mean, for our community to pass a millage, and then for finally this to happen and become a reality, that our kids can play and be a part of something like this?
Well, Condart is Condart.
Right.
But this, I don't know what you want to call it. It's arena, whatever you want. It's just so much better than what's over there. Now, there's so much history that's over there in that building, and some people have a hard time of letting that go, and that's fine too. But it's not a new beginning. We've just upgraded the facility and massively upgraded the facility. I was walking through the hall on my way over here, and I saw that all the teams here in this tournament, they have their own locker rooms. And just to be able to host something like that here, I know we had the Tournament of Champions here earlier this month. It's just great for the district and the city as a whole. If you're watching this, and you can see it on TV, but if you've not been in here, come and check out this place. And the one across town. The one across the town is fantastic too. R.J. Lester, future Oklahoma State Cowboy.
How about that? Guns up right there.
And it was a dunk.
And, Buzz and I were talking, Matt, earlier. Tournaments like this, the Big Show, the Tournament of Champions, now the Coke Classic for this community. Other than Northside and Southside, all the other teams travel here. They're staying the night in a hotel for 3 nights. Their parents are coming. They're buying gas. They're buying food. They're staying in a hotel as well. The economic impact that having the opportunity to host things like this is big for Fort Smith.
It's huge. Like you said, it's not just for the district. It puts a spotlight on it, but the economic impact for the city of Fort Smith, and a lot of people don't realize that. Anytime we get to host that, the state volleyball, anytime you have that, the economic impact, and people need to come out and support that. And the travel, the cost of that for the district, the other districts, it's great that we don't have to because we travel so many different places.
Right.
And then the mill costs and all that, and that's another discussion.
Yeah, it's a whole another issue to tackle, but it's the big bonus about having something like this to host, and we can do it on either side of town.
Yeah, there's 2 great facilities. You can have a massive tournament, as we've already been able to do and pull off. I know you love it.
I love it.
When things are going on both campuses at the same time, and you might have 6 football games at one night in town. I know you love that.
I do.
But we're unique that we have 2 schools in the district and that we can host so many things at the same time and in top-notch facilities.
Yeah.
Matt, when you were talking about Condart and the history that it has, and it does, you and I lived a lot of that.
I did play in there. I just want to make that clear. I played 10th grade.
You have that over me. I
played 10th grade. Doug McKinney was my head coach. When he retired, I retired as well.
Well, he wouldn't let me play. Told me. I had competition. I had Boothead and PK and all those guys. But when you talk about Condart, you remember when there was talk about tearing it down?
No, that was there was talk.
And that was like an uproar.
That was silly talk. I mean, why would you get rid of a gym on a campus for a parking lot anyway?
Right.
Because you still have that facility for everything else. It gives you another court, gives you a PE facility, gives you a place to take tests. It's an invaluable facility, and I mean, I walked by there on my way into here. I just stopped and looked in there because that's where I grew up.
Yeah.
And my kids now growing up in here.
I got a question. You say you played basketball in the 10th grade. Did you actually get in?
Absolutely.
Did you ever shoot?
I had my game high twice.
Wow.
Was 3 points.
Okay.
You made a free throw?
That would be an offensive rebound, fouled, made the basket, and it's the old-fashioned three-point play, and made the foul shot. That was against Charleston and Pecola. I remember those vividly. There's probably some VHS tape on that somewhere, but I was a valuable part of the end of the bench. And I had 5 fouls, and 5 fouls, that's important.
Yeah.
And you got 5 fouls?
No, I mean I had 5 fouls to use.
Oh, I hear you.
Yeah.
You probably used that in
exactly
3 or 4 minutes.
I was, under the in the paint type player.
Well,
rebound.
Sure.
Elbows.
You being the position that you played, the contact position you played in football.
Yeah.
Once you get on a basketball court, I mean, you kind of still have the same mentality.
Oh, absolutely. I've talked to Burnett about this. He loves the kids that play football because they're in shape and they're tough.
Mm-hmm. Well, we saw 2.
And a lot of that's gone away.
Bryant game.
You got a lot of.
Well, we saw 2 tonight in the Bryant Harbor game.
Some big bodies.
Lindsay that played for Bryant, and then Fontanopolis that played for Harbor. These guys were about 6'4", 6'5", 250, 260, and they were fighting it out. Yeah. It was fun to watch. It looked like they were in pass protection more than anything else.
And I'm with you, man. I'd really like for our fans and our parents and our kids to get out of that mindset of, lifting weights, playing football ruins my shot. I can't be the great basketball player that I want to be because I do other things. I have to focus on baseball only to become a great baseball player.
Yeah, Coach, you've been in it long enough.
Yeah.
We grew up, you played whatever was in season. That's what you played.
That's what you did. And if you had any question about that, you can watch an NBA game or a college basketball game now, and those guys look like they probably do lift a few weights nowadays. They do look physical enough they could play any sport they wanted to.
I mean, basketball growing up was my favorite sport to play because you could play it anywhere when you had,
Right.
There was always a game going somewhere at Sillis Park. Played a lot of basketball at Stevens. I grew up Stevens Boys Club playing basketball.
All right, guys, that's going to end the third quarter, 58-15. Contest is not in doubt as we're getting a lot of guys playing tonight. That's fun to watch. We'll take a quick break and come back with the fourth quarter right after this.
This is Northside head football coach, Coach Felix Curry. I call 782-8940. That's 782-8940.
This is Northside head basketball coach, Eric Burnett. I call 782-8940. That's 782-8940.
Football and fall, what a great time of the year. It's also a great time to take advantage of York factory rebates on high-efficiency HVAC products. Give us a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
For the consumer, I think it's maybe one of the best times in history, at least in my experience, it's the best time that I've seen. The pre-owned business is definitely changing. Probably the best time as far as ease that we've seen in the car business. Transaction between the salesman and the customer is so much easier. The coolest thing about our pre-owned stores to me is hearing what they say about going there. Come see us at Clay Maxey Premium Pre-Owned in Fort Smith and in Tawnytown.
All right, welcome back to action. Bears up 58-15, just starting the fourth quarter. And Hall gets the points to start it. That was Xavier Simpson. Three-pointer on the way is no good. Got a lot of new Grizzlies in. That was Demarion Scott. Hall starting off.
Yeah, Hall gets a couple of baskets here.
Well.
Buzz, I knew the two-deep roster that just came in a minute ago, but I don't know these young men.
Yeah, a lot of new faces. Got Sherrod Gilliard. There was Tony Gilliard. I'm sure that they're related, but Tony played back on that championship team. They're going to be honored, I think that Coach Burnett said, on the 19th. I
think that's right.
Is that correct? They're going to have the 30-0 team come back, and they're going to honor them here in the Grizzly Arena. I'm looking forward to that. Boothead will be here. Yeah. Tony, I don't know if you're not sure exactly who all will be here. I do know that a couple of guys that end up playing football too. One of them was Jerry Taylor, played football for Tulsa, but was on that team, actually started. He played football for Tulsa, and then Tony Rayburn. Anyway, there's going to be some guys here that the majority of them, I think, will be present. John Raybon, called him PK. He passed away last year. Coach Burnett told me today, and, which I didn't know that.
A 30-0 team, is that the only undefeated team that Northside has had?
As far as I know,
Okay.
it is. I don't think it's ever been done again.
I want to bring one other thing up about this facility. It's my favorite part of this facility, and most people does not know it exists. But there is a whole nother court in this building.
Yeah.
Full-size court, scoreboard, you name it.
Yeah.
So it allows a team to practice on this floor and a team to practice in there at the same time.
It's got my favorite thing in there right now, the hospitality room.
That is one big hospitality room.
Yes, it is.
Sure is.
Yes, it is. And that design was on purpose. I know that Dr. McKinney was looking to hope that there would be a time to where you could play a JV girls game at the same time you're playing a JV boys game. So we do have seats.
We have the facility to do so.
Yeah, we have seats that can
There's
go in
bathrooms
there.
in there. There's
Everything you
name
needed. But, you know, our official shortage in the state of Arkansas is keeping us from being able to do that, to have 2 JV games going at the same time, and then you play the 2 varsity games. But it gets you home a night, a whole game earlier to make that happen.
That's Jordan McDaniel. Just missed the 3, but these kids that are out there now, you watch them play, they're all athletic. Oh, Jennifer was talking earlier about Little Rock Hall. What division did we figure that out?
No, and I can't remember if they've dropped down to 3A now. I want to say, because she was looking at the enrollment numbers.
336.
336 kids now.
Yeah, I know Matt made a comment about that. We were at Little Rock Central about how far down some of the things have gone in Little Rock and how sad it is, because there was a time that was the power.
Right.
You know, Little Rock Hall, Little Rock Parkview. Well, back then, I don't remember, Matt, when it changed, but when I was playing, it was North Little Rock Northeast and North Little Rock Old Main before they combined.
Little Rock Hall, the Hall Hyatt Warriors.
Yeah.
They had diminished. Their football program had diminished when I was in the mid-90s.
Yeah.
But up until recently, they were still a basketball powerhouse.
Right.
Bobby Portis.
Yeah, that's right. We were talking about that earlier.
And I was talking to my wife up there. She's up there running the Booster Club booth, and I was telling her about Little Rock Hall and about what they were.
That's right.
Because, they were feared.
Yeah.
And there was a run there. I don't remember exactly. It might have been early 90s. J.A. Fair was another big football school in the Little Rock area, and there's just been a big change now.
Those were my senior year in high school. Our first 2 playoff games were against J.A. Fair, and our second game was against Little Rock Hall.
Yeah, the problem with Hall and Little Rock Central, those kids are transferring out to Bryant. They're transferring out to North Little Rock.
Right.
And I remember watching not as near back as 4 or 5 years ago, and Central had some really good running backs. They ended up the next year at North Little Rock. I'm like, man, this is unbelievable.
Parkview's kind of on the rise.
Yeah, that's good to see. That was Devin Jones at the line. 2:26 left.
Now with the clock running, we'll see another Central Arkansas school coming up next. We have Southside's going to play Sylvan Hills.
It's Hayden Singleton. Three-pointer on the way, in and out. No good. That was Jeremiah Jackson.
Nice rebound.
And that putback was good. Kai Perkins.
We may count that
one into the other, and he'll get a potential three-pointer out of this.
Nice.
Number 2 is Perkins.
Yeah. Now he committed to Tulsa.
Doing football, I don't know what they look like without their helmet on. But I could tell by his personality because he was fiery on the football field.
Yeah.
He's got that. See, that's a football player out here playing basketball. You can tell. And you can tell by the free throw.
Well,
Yeah.
a little strong. A little strong right there.
Little strong.
I love the effort.
No question.
Yeah, I still like what Coach said. Don't let the rust dictate the effort.
Yeah.
You know, regardless of, you know, what kind of shape you're in or if your shot's off or whatever, put out the effort.
Absolutely.
There's those things you can control and things you can't control, and your effort is always something that you can control.
The Grizzlies going to win this one. They'll go to the next round and play North Little Rock. That'll be a good one.
Yes, it will.
And then,
is that the late tip tomorrow? 8:30?
It will be 7:30.
7:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw Destiny Christian and North Little Rock play an overtime game, the first game today.
So I looked at the bracket earlier. That is the one school I'm not familiar with, Destiny Christian.
We weren't either, but
they're from Dale City.
Okay.
They are
OKC
a
suburb.
Good, they have won multiple state championships. They've won multiple state championships, and they've won a number of conference championships, but they had a national championship in 17. I didn't know what to expect from them either, but
so they're legit.
They're legit. They should have won the game. Yeah.
They did not.
They got beat in overtime. But yeah, they're a very good basketball team. They have two kids.
So the other teams and coaches know who they are. Just some of the fan base might not.
Coach Burnett didn't really know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right, we have the winning coach, Coach Eric Burnett, on the floor with Coach Beaumont.
Coach Burnett, you come into the tournament, had a few days off. I know those are the kind of things that make you worried as a coach. You got a couple of practices in coming back from Christmas. What did you think of your team's performance today?
I like the way we responded because really we've been off for 2 weeks. And so for them to come out and play the way they did, especially Derek Shepard, he went 6 for 6 from the three-point line tonight. And so for him to come out and do that's encouraging for us as a team. But I love the way we came out and just played good defense tonight.
Talking about Shepard, the sophomore comes into the game, hits his first one. We all kind of like, wow, that was a deep three right there. And then another, and then another. He didn't miss tonight from behind the arc. And I know that for a young kid, you got a lot of young kids on your team, but that one's stepping up. He looks a whole lot more mature than what he is out on the court.
He is very mature, and that's why he's starting, and that's why he's doing what he's doing. And the last game we was out in Blue Springs, Missouri, he was the leading scorer with 22 points. I think he went 5 for 5 from the three-point line there. But it's no secret. Every weekend I open the gym for the last 2 months for him and his dad to get in the gym and work. And I just told him, I said that hard work is paying off. And that's what it is. I mean, he just reaping the benefits of all the hard work he's put in.
We saw your team today put up 28 points in the first quarter, but you held your opponent to 9 points in the first quarter and then ended up, I think, with 10 at the half or 12 at the half. What were you most proud of today, your offensive output or your defensive play?
More is our defense, because I told him before we came out, I said our offense is going to be up and down all the time, but we got to be able to hang our hat on our defense, and I thought we came out and did really good defensively.
You had a chance to get a lot of kids in the game. I know in your first half you left your starters in there. Were you impressed with I didn't see a lot of sloppy play. You know, when you get up 20, 25, 30 points, you know what happens. Sometimes I'll see a lot of things happening that we don't want to see in a game. What did you think about the way your team was to be able to handle a lot of composure and the way they handled themselves today?
They're going to do that because I preach, don't do anything that you wouldn't do in practice. Right. And so that's why they come out and play like that. And that's what we're working on, is playing together as a team. And I thought from 1 through 16, that's what we did. Everybody stepped on the floor, played together as a team.
Get a chance to celebrate for a little bit, but you got North Little Rock tomorrow, who you saw play a Destiny Christian team today that I didn't know a lot about, but what a ball game that was, went into overtime. What do you see tomorrow to be the keys to the game?
Well, we're going to do a lot better rebounding against that team because I thought, they did a good job rebounding. And I thought they did a really good job trapping Destiny Christian today. And so we're going to work on that in the morning to kind of get ready for them.
Great job putting together this tournament. Great job today. Coach, can't wait to watch you play tomorrow.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks, Coach. Congratulations to Coach Burnett and the Grizzlies. 65-31 win. They'll play tomorrow at 7:30. Against North Little Rock, who won in overtime against Destiny Christian. Great ball game, and tomorrow's going to be a good game too. We've got another one coming up. 3 down, 1 to go. Southside Mavericks and Sylvan Hills coming up next. Stay with us. Matt Blaylock has got a headset on. Is he going to stay with us? Will he be here?
Probably not, but I just want to say probably – I mean, I was impressed by the Northside Grizzlies basketball team tonight, but your line of questioning out there was perfect. You did a great job. You paid attention to the game. That was great. It was great.
He did a good job.
Yeah, you did a great job.
We appreciate him doing what he does, and you too. Thanks for coming in and putting the headset on. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with more of the Coke Classic. Last game, Southside and Sylvan Hills.
I gotta go.
You're gonna be.
I gotta go take care of more frozen water leaks. I just took a break from that.
You got one right here that's.
I can't help them.
I hear you. All right, we're gonna let Matt go take care of water leaks, and we'll be back with more of the Coke Classic right after this.
Thank you.